Live. We're live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? It's another Monday, and this is a lit Monday, y'all. Y'all already know we was up in Jersey this weekend. Well, Thursday, Friday. I left Friday, but we was up in Jersey this weekend. I call it the weekend because it was lit. That junk felt like a Saturday up in that mud. Hey, Jezebel.
Hey, Sixxcess. So much has been going on. I'm gonna go ahead and let you just tell me about your experience on
Hey, look. All right, so we got different experiences because as you witnessed, I'm wearing my glasses, y'all, because I'm still hungover. Like I'm a lightweight. I'm a lightweight, y'all. I'm a smoke. I can smoke with the best of them. But when I tell y'all that I was chilling with Fred over at Dingbats, and that was the club that we was. Well, actually, let me not call it a club. That was the venue that we were in. Nice venue, first of all. Let me start off with that. If y'all in Jersey, I couldn't stop talking about them on my show Saturday, Jezebel. I just could not stop talking about them
I
all
heard
weekend.
you.
It's like I had so much fun. I hadn't been that drunk in a long time. It took me back to my days of going down to 1212 and hanging
Ooh.
down there and just having a good time with the vibe and the people. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, we in for the long haul tonight because let's just start off how it started. First of all, the plane ride was amazing. I hadn't been on the plane in a long time, guys, and the plane ride was amazing. Now, what I tell y'all is airports are cold. But I got to the show and shout out to Boss Business for having holding me down with the biscotti as soon as we got off the plane because I had to get myself in full blown game face mode. Now I ain't gonna lie, security was an asshole. I didn't like security, but we were safe. Everybody was safe, and I guess a good security is to be an asshole, maybe. But I
Hmm.
recommend security. Y'all should know who you being assholes too. You can't be assholes to everybody. But let's just say this, Jezebel, I had a great time. I'm glad that you really talked me into going. I'm really glad that you did that. First, let's clap it up for Boss Biz.
What happened to my camera?
It's like it
I'm here.
muted.
I'm here.
The camera,
Yeah. I mean, everything was great. Definitely was a good time. It was you definitely put on a great performance. I caught the end of it. So
yeah.
the part that I posted, I was like, did he really put? I don't know if that's an Elvis or a James Brown with the microphone, but I was like, he really did a damn show.
Now, I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
lie.
success was turned. Um, Shout out to all the artists, the DJs, the hosts, the judges. Also, I want to shout out a few people. I want to shout out Mary, and I also want to shout out 11 Orbits. Now, 11
Yeah, 11.
Orbits attacked me this morning. I must let you guys know.
Wait, with the
He
hands?
no, he attacked me through his DMs.
No.
Basically, basically expressing that I was advertising the event as if to say I threw it by myself. Now, I'm
Wow.
going to be messy today, and I'm going to share with you guys the DM that I received from him.
Wow.
So, in the
That's
midst of this, um,
okay.
yeah, in the midst of this, I was just really surprised because I had been shouting him out for the past couple of days. And it
Yeah.
just seems like now he's mad about something. So on Saturday, I posted Meet the owner of Orbit Omen Music, 11 Omen, Level Up Showcase. Shout out to Orbit Omen Music for providing a platform for the indie artists.
Yeah.
Shouted him out. This morning,
But
so this morning he woke up and decided to attack me as if to say I'm going out here broadcasting as if I threw the whole showcase to myself. Now
now why?
I don't understand. Now hold on. This was yesterday. This is him on stage. This is me
Yeah.
posting.
Yeah. There it is, right there.
So I want to know what in his
Wow.
rabbit ass mind woke him up this morning to have him jump in my DMs and attack me. Not only to mention you are a whole man. I I am a female. There is no reason why you need to be addressing
Huh?
me because of anything. Keep that shit to yourself. You have not talked to me throughout the whole creative process of things. You did not talk to me throughout the whole thing. You never called my phone. You never DM'd me or anything. You guys did not shout me out not once in any of your posts since the showcase. So do not come at me, period. You would not like if I sent my nigga to DM your bitch to say anything to her. So don't come at me. And yes, I'm putting your ass on blast. And I'm going to cut this and I'm going to post it on YouTube because y'all need to know who the fuck I was working with. You a grown ass man. So period. Yes, that's how my day went. Success. That's how my
Word.
day went.
Now that's crazy because I don't know why. I don't know what he been saying, but you definitely been promoting it as a collaborative event. You really
I
didn't need to
guess they're
promote
mad
it as
because
sauce
I
biz.
have the footage of all the artists and I've been posting them. We have not talked since the show. Um, We have not talked since the show. You guys have my number. If you guys want the footage, reach the fuck out. Do not attack me through DMs stating that I'm advertising the show as if I'm doing everything by myself because that's not the fucking case.
Well, I
Like
mean,
that's why
let's.
you don't go out here and you help people. Like they
What?
reached out to
Yeah.
me to for us to be a whole team, and now it's like who's getting the credit for what? I posted all 29 of the artists, their performances. I did not say, "Oh, I put them on this platform" or nothing. I just simply posted their name, shouted them out, and their performances. You guys have done the same. You guys did not tag me. I am not attacking you guys for that. So, like, cut that shit out. Real
Man, look.
shit.
Listen. I'm not gonna hold you. After my first margarita, I could tell it was a little spicy, right? In there. By the time Fred had got me the third Jameson and the fourth Pinnacle, by the time I was on my seventh shot, I really didn't know what was going on. But it was they were coming to me and asked me what was going on, and I really didn't know what was going on. But it's still
Well, I'll tell you what was going on. Basically, Mary, the other part of Orbit Omen Music, she had gave the host a shout out list, right? And we were not on the shout out list. So the host started shouting out people, and the host made it her business to specifically say that Mary put together this whole event by herself. And that's what rubbed me the wrong way because in my mind, this host don't even know you. So what makes her think that you did everything by yourself outside of you going over there and whatever the shit you was talking about me to her? That's just my assumption. But why would
right.
she specifically say that? So the host continued to shout people out, and I was like, okay, make sure that we're on that list. She said her lying ass, okay, lying ass hoe, her lying ass said that we were on the list. Then ran over there to the stage to tell Candy to shout us out. We were not on the list. And I don't understand what the shade, where the shade is coming in from, because I thought this was a whole team collaborative experience. Like I thought we was all doing this together.
Yeah.
Like don't shade me like that. So at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they on some different shit. Now, mind you, I'm not even gonna speak on the other shit because I'm gonna let that little shit go. But that's what rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, hold on, the host don't even know us like that. Or do she know you? Y'all having some type of side conversations that I don't know about? Are you feeling some type of way that you're not expressing to me? But don't
Yeah.
do me
No.
like that. And don't send your man to address me about shit.
Well, shoot, like it's crazy because I'm. Damn, man, it's wild because like I feel so fucking bad right now
No,
because
it
like
was a great show.
it was a
Shout
great
out to
show.
all the artists that perform. Definitely was an awesome show. Like I'm glad that everything went the way that it went. Now
Man, it's
imagine
crazy
if
because you would
everything
not
didn't
know that that stuff went on behind the scenes.
if everything went sour, I'm not sure they'll be fighting over who should take credit for the whole event. You know what I'm saying? Like, just humble yourselves. Humble yourselves. I know this is your first event. Y'all excited, whatever the case may be, but just humble yourself a little bit. It's not even that serious. It's about the artist. It's not about me. It's not about you. And it's not about Murray. It's about the artist.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely about the artist, and I mean,
Speaking
like
speaking
our
on that,
our job as media. Now, let me say this real quick though, because I need people to understand one thing for certain. Like, we are in media. Like, this is something that we do. We talk about stuff, we promote stuff, we share things. Like, if we pop out at events, it's our job to post it. Whether it be our event or not, it's our job as Boss Biz Radio, as the media that say we support artists, to shine the light on their platform. Any event is, I mean, credit is not something that we have to be sitting up here like really tooting horns about. People, we got to understand something. Y'all had a great show. No matter who
What?
name
That's
was
my
on the
point.
top of it, everyone's gonna remember the Level Up show was lit, was
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and they're gonna want to do another one because of the name alone. It's a brand,
Mm-hmm.
so y'all
Yep.
have to just continue to do. The same thing is when we have success and things like that, we have to acknowledge the success that we have and run with it. Keep doing our thing. You
Yeah.
can't rock the boat and work the middle and
Mhm.
try to change positions. I just quoted a Leo on that. But you can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time. See, like I now mind you, Jezebel, before I started on this show saying I'm glad that you invited me to come because remind you when you first told me about it, I didn't know it was Orbits, who is like a brother to me. You know, he's a
Mhm.
good friend of mine. I met him like a lot of times. We've hung.
Mhm.
We've I've been he's been to my crib. We've been in the studio together. So like this is very much so weird to me to hear this, but like you touched on it. This is a first. This was their first time doing this. The excitement levels a little high. I guess like
The
people breathe.
egos are way
Yeah,
out the roof
egos
now.
get
Like,
big when buildings get wall to wall. But I just want to address one thing. You do remember I told you before I knew who it was and what it was about. Just remember that show, and one day we'll have the ability to roll back clips. But but it's all the same. It's all
yeah,
the same. And like the thing about it is, when we lose sight of what we do this for, the artists,
yeah.
then we really start have to ask ourselves what's happening. Like,
I mean, honestly, I'm just tired of people reaching out to people that's like ultimately genuine, and there's always ulterior motives. Like I started feeling ulterior motives before this shit blew up,
right?
and I don't even want to dwell too much on that situation because I'm gonna do a live on this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to get it off my chest, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a live and I'm gonna do a breakdown of everything that happened. But in the meantime, I want to shout out the four winners. I want to shout out. I see Spoonie is in the house, so his
Now,
performance was
I,
great,
I, I, I,
awesome.
I heard now. Yeah, I need to know who. Man, listen, Spoonie was my favorite of the night. I told you that though.
Yeah, you
When
did. You said it. You
like
said it that night. You was
like
like, yeah, that
at
one,
that
yeah.
point, at that point when Spoonie performed, I was on maybe my second shot, and at that point, like I was like in full blown. All right, who's that? Who's that? Who's that mode? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and he put me in a full blown party mode. Like him,
Yeah.
Nerd Boy was lit. Nerd Boy was lit
Mm-hmm.
too. Was old girl that was singing glasses that had the glasses can they see me song. She was really lit when she just went off. She went off key. She went into her own world for a second.
Uh-huh.
Oh, big girl, I don't know her name. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
dog boy.
Yeah, that might be her name, but she was lit too. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Mm-hmm.
who were the four? I know I'm on it one, but who were the four people that the forerunners? Why they call it forerunners?
I don't know. I don't do too many contests, so I don't know.
I guess it
But
was like an Olympic thing.
so I'm on it. Grand prize winner was I'm on it. Second prize winner was Far Familiar. Yeah, I'm mad because I missed a lot of you guys' performances. Like I did, but I'm glad that I was able to catch it with my phone. Shout
Listen,
out to
you
Israel.
had the worst place in the building. You had the worst spot in the building.
That's ultimately fine. But shout out to Israel because he was able to capture each of you guys' performance. Either no matter how he did it, he made sure he got
Hey,
each and
hey,
every
we got.
one of you guys.
I know we right now on a campaign to send Jezebel back to Africa and back because we don't want to just send her to Africa and not get her back. But we also got to do a campaign of Team iPhone for Iz. He can't keep walking out there with our Android.
No, no,
Iz,
no. Androids are cool as long as
no,
you
they're
have a
not.
Samsung.
No, they're not. Is I love you. I love you. But I'm getting you an iPhone. I'm getting you an iPhone. Is we have to do that. Like here at Boss Biz, we can't have you as the only one walking out with an Android. So go ahead. That's why we got some grainy footage on some of you guys. But don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
don't worry. Next time it won't be like that. So Fall Familiar was second prize winner. Third prize winner was, I don't want to mix them up, but I think it was J Rail if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check.
J Rail.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check my messages because I want to say, yeah. So third prize winner was J Rail. He's the one that did "You Pussy Niggas Up." You pussy niggas up.
He was all right.
Pussy niggas up.
I hope if he's watching, good show. Congratulations, but you know,
Yes.
like I tell you, listen, I don't knock any artists in competitions because I understand how these things go, right? They are
Yeah.
very much so who got the most memorable song and not who got the best song. So y'all need to understand that I'm on this song was very memorable. Like everybody in the back
Yeah.
of the club at the bar
Was
was
singing.
it was like it was a
Singing
joke.
along like we heard. We all like, just
Yeah.
like everybody heard
No,
it
like,
before. Like
we
it
was
very
drunk as
catchy.
shit. We were drunk as shit, but we was just like, who that? Who that? Everybody was in the back, so we knew he was gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, I don't remember. I say artist. Look, he just performed his record. You know, he didn't really perform his record, Jezebel. We was talking about that in the back, and
Yeah.
like it was crazy because like you had the artist. What was her name? Bree or something like that. The
She was the fourth prize winner, Lady Bree.
Okay, yeah. Now I figured she would. I figured she would either be. I thought she was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like she was just full of energy all over the stage, didn't stumble over her words, had her nice
Mm-hmm.
ad libs put in the right place, you know. But then after Spoonie went, I was like, oh, this dude nice. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to everybody that did their
Yes.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to all the
Because
artists. That was a real
regardless,
good
you
show.
guys are all win. Like you guys all
And
won something. You might not be aware of what you won yet, but you all won something.
And
Okay.
let's here at Boss Biz, we want to let the record be known that it was a Omen show, a Omen music
It was
show.
a collaborative Urban Omen Music and Boss Biz Entertainment show because we cannot let the legwork and the creative process both equally is in the same amount of work.
Look, man, listen, like everybody puts in a big effort to make a show happen, you know what I'm saying? Like congratulations to all y'all for doing y'all thing. Congratulations to Fred for having
No,
one of the
congratulate out, and I definitely want to congratulate them as well. You know what I'm saying? Like because they definitely did come to me with this idea that they wanted to do a show. You know, so in all respects, like yeah, shout them out for their work. But 11 Orbits, you need not to be addressing women like that. Don't be attacking me. Like let's just keep that clear. Like if your female has something to say, let her handle it. I am
Yeah.
not a man. You should not be going toe to toe with me. For what? Especially when I clearly shouted you out. And I'm going to repost that stuff so that people can see. Like,
Right.
don't do me like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I don't know. And Orbis, you know, like we'll talk about it on another day, another time.
Yeah, so any
'Cause we
men
gotta
out there, any brothers out there that got some words of advice for him, go ahead and hit him up and let him know to stay in a man's place, please.
No, we not. Let's not do that. See, that's the Taurus bull. So now what we seeing is the horns come out, and that's what makes me and
What?
Jezebel such a
Because
great
if I
team.
get my dude to do it, it's just gonna be a whole fiasco. Like I really left them alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't post anything negative about them after the event. I really was ultimately, and you know how I felt, Six. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me to take the high road and just to be minding my business and have to get attacked, like I don't appreciate that at all.
Yeah, nah, like listen, I don't think that nobody wants to be attacked, especially when you go out of your way, work an event that don't you really. I mean, we really don't. People don't understand a lot of things that go in behind putting together a show, and it's crazy.
But
Like,
we've did enough talking about that
yeah,
situation. Did you get into the cat? Was it Cassidy diss Tory? Who was it? Who did
Oh my
Cassidy diss?
God, Cassidy dissing Tory Lane's record.
OMG! Did you hear it?
I heard it. I had to
Okay.
hear it. I had to hear it out of all fairness. And you know what I thought when I heard it? I was like, Cassidy is so nice
Uh
to
huh.
give these lyrics to Tory
Mm-hmm.
Lanez to use in another freestyle. I mean, because
Mm.
ain't that what Tory Lanez seems to be doing, just using his lyrics in
Yep.
freestyles? So
Yep.
now, what I found hilarious was this, right?
What was it called? Perjury.
Yes, perjury.
Perjury.
What was a hilarious title? Seeing as how you know perjury is when you lie in court to get out of doing time or someone else doing time. It's
So
a
was
little.
that a shot?
Well, I don't know because Tory Lanez didn't say they was his lines. He said that they were Cassidy lines, and he was just giving them shouts out, paying homage. And that's what we talked about, the difference between paying homage and showing respect and taking somebody's lines, right? But my
Right.
thing is, Cassidy, instead of becoming relevant again, he made a
Mm-hmm.
diss song about Tory Lanez. And it was a
Mm.
bad diss song. Did you hear it? Did you actually hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it was a couple of lines that was really aimed really good at hitting Tory Lanez below the belt. He had one
Mm-hmm.
funny line that I really liked. He referenced Harlem Nights, which I've been saying that since Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. That
He
was
did
a
not
Harlem
shoot her
Night.
in the foot.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, Megan said he did it. If Megan said he did it, then I'ma
No,
say he did
that's
it.
not what we going by. We not just taking people word
I'm
for
taking
it. We
Megan's
need to
side.
see. We need to see receipts. You saw
Now,
how I showed y'all
now,
some receipts.
now
We need receipts.
I'm taking Megan's side. I'm taking Megan's side.
I
And,
ain't just siding with females no more. You saw where that got me.
well, well, listen. All I know is apparently Cassidy knows that he did it because he made mention to him shooting her in the foot. And I tell you what, that was the best part of the song, but it was only one bar. It was only one bar. So then it was
Mm.
like the song just started going downhill, downhill, downhill from there. And then I cut it off at about the 60-second mark. I think I made it to almost a minute and I couldn't hear anymore because it was the same old Cassidy. I'm sorry,
Mm.
people. I don't like those punchy bars and all those hard lyrics and all that. I don't like that stuff. I'm a more like real music, pop music, like real music, vibe music, real music
Mm.
type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I feel like a lot of you people, if you really did have the things that you was talking about in your music, then we would not hear your music. I mean, I don't want
Hold
to
on. You
hear
said if
records.
you did half the things you said you did in your music, then we would not hear your music. Is that what you just
That's what I just said. Could you imagine if there was a guy that was really walking around, click, cloud, bang, gun in your face. I put the gun in your mouth and run in your house. I put the girl in your blouse and do with a mouse. Like, what you
said?
mean? If it was really a person going out that ham, there's places for people like that. And they don't make records. They don't
I
make records. Yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah,
that movie stuff. That's that movie stuff. Like,
it's true.
I really like music where you tell me about the struggle. I like
Mm,
music where you tell me about the come up. I like music where you
mm,
tell me about the party. I don't want to hear
mm,
music where you tell me about robbing people, killing people, running up,
mm,
raping women, and doing all that stuff. I mean, no disrespect. Just I know that everyone that does those things don't
mm.
have good shelf lives. So
Yeah.
why would I, be happy about hearing it? It's scary. It's
Oh,
scary actually. I get scared when I think that a rapper may run in my house, try to put the gun in my mouth. I'm like, damn.
I,
I feel like
I
it's
don't
coming to
know.
me.
My tints aren't dark, and I didn't know what fish bowling was.
Uh,
So now when I like the other day, I was just sitting somewhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, somebody could just like shoot me through my car.
See
like
now,
I,
like,
I don't
listen.
know, just the condition of just I don't know, it's just weird.
Listen, look. I don't drive no car fishbowl. First of all, that's weird. Like,
Well, I wasn't aware till I was hanging with somebody that was like, "Oh no, we fishing, beefing this shit," and I was like, "Hold on, no,
see, like, and like that's hilarious. Like, when you really beefing, you ain't going outside to sit in no car. I don't give a damn what you talking about.
not me."
Like, what? A
Yeah,
car? No, I need to be behind some doors
that.
or ready for war all the time. Everybody want to be
Mhm.
gangster these days. I'm so listen, like I'm so mad that everybody wants to be a gangster these days. It's like they want to be the hardest person.
Well, that's how you get signed.
No, it's not. Listen, I did you see my post that I said Gucci may be the feds?
No,
I
you
said
know
that on
I didn't see it because I would have addressed it.
I
Now
I
go
I,
ahead and
I
what you
said
say about Gucci.
I said it on Facebook. I said he may be the feds. He's the hottest exec right now in the game.
So why he gotta be the feds?
I'm gonna tell you. His last few artists all going down. His last few artists he signed all going down. And who exposing them for what they're doing? And then I seen a video of him posting this newest artist that he signed. 18-year-old boy out of Louisiana, high school quarterback, good student, and he just ruined that kid's career.
How
And
he ruined that kid's career?
because you know what Gucci want to post him online doing? He want to post the kid online hitting a blunt in the studio while receiving his chain. So come on, Gucci.
Oh, I saw that.
Come on, Gucci.
I saw that.
Uh,
But that's not Gucci recording that. That's the dude recording himself doing that.
nah, but guess. Let me tell you something. It's called protecting the investment, right? And teaching them how to protect themselves.
Uh
Because guess what we never see in these videos when these new artists that he signed bragging about the bodies, the guns that they carrying, bragging about the weed that they smoking when they still in high school, could be trying to go to college, and now he just pretty much said fuck college because I'm signed to Gucci, so we know he ain't gonna take it serious no more, right? So
huh.
let's just take it like that. Like we aren't seeing Gucci on.
Would he rather the chance of what is it, CTE versus just being a rapper?
Look, Gucci ain't right there beside them with the guns in his hand. Like, yeah, we strapped down. Look at what we riding with. Yeah, pass me that blunt.
Because he
Gucci
can't
know,
smoke.
cause he knows better. But he
Yeah,
don't.
he does
He
know
never.
better.
He
You
never
right.
says to these artists that he just put a bag in because he knows your money doesn't. All I need is a single from you. Get you a couple of shows. If you go to jail, that's good for me because I can just push your single and recoup my money back. I'm good anyway, right? Because he knows that too. So he doesn't
Mhm.
tell them, hey, hold up, don't wait. Let's
What
do that.
makes you think he doesn't tell them that? Maybe he does, and they just be like, "Well, you did it."
Nah. Because guess what? If because even though he did it to get where he got, anyone that he puts underneath of him will only do what he says because of where he's at. You
Mm.
know, so their mental is like, yeah, he did it, so now he made it. So once he signs
Mm.
me, your mental should be to the point where, okay, now I gotta move how he moves now. Because
Yeah.
that's the Gucci that everybody loves. That's the one that's on. Yeah, he did it, so we don't have to do it no more. It's like your parents tell
Mhm.
you, I did this, so you don't have to do it no more.
That's
And
true.
and at the end of the day, you're the man of power in that joint. You can say, hold up, let's
Hmm.
stage this real quick because we're doing it anyway. Put the
Hmm.
blunt down, put the blunt in the ashtray real quick, you know,
Hmm.
and now let's do the joint. Now let's do the video. He made sure that blunt ain't in his hand, and if we think that fool ain't hitting the blunt, then we
He
tripping.
not hitting the blunt six. He
Girl,
on the road.
all right, look, I'm gonna say allegedly then, because I know that's the rules. But
Allegedly.
if I wanna if Gucci gonna have to come in here and and take an old fashioned probationary cup urine with the PO in front for me to believe
Uh-huh.
it. But then again, he got all that damn money, even if his piss is dirty. You know what they gonna do? They gonna be like
What?
this. Gucci, right? Roger, you're good.
They not gonna do that. They'll
Yeah, they
lock
did.
his ass
No, they
up.
not. They're like, you're good. Make sure you pay the sheriffs on your way out.
You think it's that sweet?
I know. Listen, why is TV just made up? Is TV just made up? Like we're gonna start believing that now people in TV are just such geniuses and creative minds that these few select people just create things that we eventually are gonna see. That eventually
I
happen.
mean,
No, 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 no. No. We can't give them that much credit.
yeah.
They're they're called privy.
Mm,
Privy to information. And they
mhm,
say, whoa, no one's gonna believe this.
yeah.
I mean, that's what makes an artist a great artist. The
Mhm,
ability to write music that he's privy to knowing that
mm,
other people can't. That's how artists that are gangsters on a record get away.
mhm,
He could run around and say, "Shot your man in the face, run down in the house,
mhm,
catch a case, don't give a damn." You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's what his man did. He's privy to that information that his man did. So if he write about it, he's good. He's covered because it ain't his life, but he's privy to that information. So what do the public want? We are always and have always been informational people. So that's why
yeah.
the best artists, the biggest artists in the world are the artists who make informational songs. Why was Billie Jean so good? It was because, wait a minute, someone said Michael Jackson had a kid? We need to know about this.
He's saying it's not his. That's good tea right there.
I mean, look, I'm going to tell all you artists out there a lot of stuff. The information the things that you do that you're writing about that's getting a lot of these new artists bags is because they're taking the moniker of keeping it real to a whole nother level. The thing about it is artists have always been beacons. Like we've always been the source of information on another level. I mean, let's take it all the way
Mhm,
back to slavery. When you wanted to know when it was time to go, you had to wait for the person that knew how to whistle real well to start whistling that tune for you to hear. You had to
mhm.
wait for that right song to know when Massa wasn't looking so y'all could sneak a little bit of bread or something. Everything was about sharing a message through your music. You know?
Mhm,
So somewhere along the line, I mean, we just got like everybody just got to the point where hold up, keeping it real is me. I have to do
mhm.
it. I have to do it now. If I don't catch this body, it's not real. So it's like when I look at artists like when I look at artists like Cassidy and I look at artists like Tory Lanez, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I find both of those artists that feed the narrative,
Mhm.
that play the game. I mean, Tory Lanez is a singer, but he's able to infiltrate the hip hop industry and move around in it and make demands and make claims as if he's a rapper.
Mhm.
So I'm like, shit, okay. The rap game is one big one big party. One big party. Did you now like what's crazy is I had this list that I
Uh huh.
wanted to share with people, right? Because I don't think a lot of people really understand the state that the music industry is in right now and the real opportunities that everyone has. Everyone has. We're all on a fair level playing field. Do you know who the top two artists that make the top two artists annually are right now? Well, let's just
The
say the
top,
top three. Let's say the top three.
the top three artists. What
Yes.
now?
The top three artists right now that have the most money annually.
What happened to your camera?
I just turned it off 1 second.
Oh, I'm like, did I do that? You see, I'm moving around. I got scared.
Yeah, I'm moving
The
my
top two.
computer.
One last time, the top two artists that did what now?
The top three artists
Mhm.
right now, the top three earning artists
Uh,
annually.
and what genre?
All genres. Music as a genre is only on preference.
Would that be? Um, would that
And
be
I'll give you a hit. I'll give
Drake?
you a clue. I'll give you a clue. One is a rapper, one is a pop star, and the other one I don't know is an old singer. Those are the top
So
three.
a rapper would be Drake.
No, he's like number 14 or something like that. In this
Pop
game,
star
in
Taylor.
this
Pop
Taylor
star.
Swift is
Bill.
number one. Taylor Swift is
Okay.
number one. Billie Eilish is number five.
I was about to say Billy after that.
Yes, Drake is number six.
Hold on. So Taylor Swift is one of them.
Taylor Swift is number one.
Okay. So now I'm looking at 2 and 3.
Yes.
Kanye.
No, ma'am. Now, mind you, these people made billions, became billionaires. Kanye became a billionaire last year, but he is not one of the top selling artists in the music.
Top three. Top three. Who's been selling a hell of a lot of music?
I'm a,
Um,
he has a song Rockstar. His new single Motley Crue is going crazy right now and number one in the world right
I have
now.
no clue who that is.
That is one Post Malone. He's number two. Yes, Post
What?
Malone.
He hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Post Malone is a second high paid
Well,
musician?
yeah, and only by a couple of thousands of dollars. Him and Taylor Swift made $23 million a year right now. And third, you'll never guess, and we'll be here all day, but that is Celine Dion. She is third.
Woo!
Now, what I want
She
people to
still gets paid though. I would love to go see her. I would pay to
listen,
go see her.
let me tell y'all, let me give y'all something here, because I wanted to break this down to you artists so that you can understand how this game and how far along you're way off. And that looks great. But Taylor Swift made $10 million off streaming. She made $10 million off music sales and $3 million off of her publishing. Okay? Post Malone made $8 million off streams. He made $700,000 on sales, $2 million on publishing, but he made $12 million on touring. Okay? But then you got Celine Dion, who made $290 off streams.
200 and what?
$290 off streams.
That's it?
That is it. She made $215,000 off sales. $215,000 off sales. She made $2,500 off of her publishing, but she made $17 million off of touring, which makes her the third highest selling artist last year. So
17 million off of touring.
and
You're here.
$290 off of streams. So this, I say that because a lot of artists are like, my streams. I gotta get my streams right. Well, streams is
Just a little
a
percentage.
baby. The big dogs you can stream as small as the little people. I mean, listen, guys, I don't want to brag about how much money we made on streams, but I've made more than $290 off of streams last year. I made a lot more than that off of streams last year. Couple of thousand, but not really nothing to brag about. But here, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is streams can be very small and you can still work your ass off to make money like the big dogs. Because let me take y'all to the number 5 artist, Billie Eilish, who made $5 million, but then made $5 million off of her publishing, which entitled her to make $10 million and be fifth on the list. So it's like, what does she know that everybody else don't know?
Hold
Why?
on, so she must write a lot of music, huh?
Well, she must own all of her music 100%.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the thing. If she made $5 million off streams and $5 million off her publishing, that means that all of her publishing is going straight to her.
Oh shit. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
And well, he wasn't even an artist, and I don't like when former artists, I don't like when retirees get on my Facebook and drop bombs of knowledge or what they think is knowledge, right? So he made reference to these artists don't know anything about publishing and signing badass publishing deals. And I asked him, what do you know about publishing? And he made this comment, I've been studying music for years. Like he said he's been studying music for 20 years and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then I said, well, do you do music? You have your publishing company? Are you working in it? No. I'm just, I'm just writing some songs and blah blah blah. Well, if the stat came out today that $17 billion, $17 billion was made in the industry last year. Out of that $17 billion, 12% was given to the artists.
What?
12%. 12.
You're lying.
No, 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 no. 12%. And one of my friends, good,
You
thank you,
pulling my
Tress.
leg.
Thank you, my man Tress, who chose to do the math for me because I refused to. That averaged out to be $2 billion that went to artists last year. Now,
Where did
I,
the rest of the money go?
well, let's just be real. We let's just be real. That's called recouping.
Mm.
Because someone said to me, "That's ridiculous." Jezebel, you think that's ridiculous? And why you think that's ridiculous?
Because I would think they would get more than just 12%. Like, at least in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe 60-40, like maybe 40% at the
Uh,
least. But
all right, let me ask you a question. And this is a civil question, right?
mhm.
And this could just be an estimation. But how much of the percentage of the revenue do you think Amazon gave its employees last year?
At least 6%.
9.
Oh,
Now,
close though.
now
Wow.
what's crazy is I don't see the pitchforks out calling Amazon the devil. I don't see the
They
pitchforks calling McDonald's and Walmart and Target and any other government job. How much money do you think the government made last year? How much money do you think the government gave its? How much of that percentage do you think the government gave its employees? I mean,
mm,
it's just let's just be real. We all know the number that the president makes. It's like $400,000 a year that they're in office. They get $400,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So if the president is making $400,000 a year, and we were seeing $1 trillion checks being signed and pushed around in the government, what's the percentage that the president gets of this world?
basically almost to nothing.
So like it's amazing because 12% of that is now. In the back of the day, it used to be 5%, 1%, 2% that went to the artist. Would you believe at one point it was 0% went to the artist? They
Yeah.
just they just got to live off gifts that
I
was
mean, because
that was in the label's names.
well, once the artist started realizing you get more when you put in something or when you come with some type of, you know,
Baggage,
or knowledge.
no knowledge. They
No, I'm
don't want
saying
you with
if you
knowledge.
come to the table with some type of knowledge, then they have to give you more, you know?
Yeah.
But if you just come in and you really looking for just a quick come up and you don't understand the ramifications of what comes with that, then
Let
you
me
may sign yourself to 0%.
and I want to tell all y'all something, young, because y'all don't understand. Y'all say, well, how do they know if I know? How do they know if I don't know? The label doesn't know if you smart or if you dumb. It is not about how you come in the label. If you walk in that label and take 100,000, they're not gonna say you dumb or you smart. If you go in there and take 10 million, they're not gonna say you dumb or you smart. It's about what you're already doing. They're gonna see it. If they see you an artist ain't doing no numbers, no streams, don't know what your ASCAP or BMI is, don't have you a part of no publishing company, then guess what, people? At the end of the day, red alert alarm is gonna go off in their head. This artist needs us. Ding, 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 ding. So when
Mm-hmm.
they sign you, you have to prove yourself now, no
Yep.
matter how long that takes. But I mean, do you want to walk around this industry 9 years trying to make it? Or do you want to just be under a wing for 9 years and then your time finally come? At least you're already in the door. But
Yeah.
it ain't like 9 years and trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
but
No.
but a lot of y'all get sidetracked by this literature. And I'm gonna tell y'all why your percentage, that 12%, makes a lot of sense, and why it's really very good in a way. Because we're talking about an industry of people who knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Paperwork is
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that means that everyone that did their paperwork and did their thing in a bad time got a chance to split $2 billion between all the
Mm-hmm.
artists that did their thing. So that means that some people still be made. Some people obviously were still millionaires, were still able to eat. Now, when you look at this and you look at this entity and you like, damn, you shouldn't be saying the industry is ripping us off. You should be saying, wait, why is only 12% of the artists receiving their money?
Mm.
Why isn't it 100% of the artists receiving their money? Because
Mm.
100, because I don't know what the difference between 112 is. I don't know if I take that away. Maybe it's like 98 or 88 or something like that. But when you take that 88%, they're saying 88% of y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Mm.
88% of y'all are not taking care of your business right, are not getting your shit
Mm.
together.
Yep.
That's what that really meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, wait a minute. So, what do y'all want them to do with the money? Y'all want them to say, "Hey, they didn't claim it. Just take it back, guys." Nah, they're gonna put it away and save it for the next person that's ready, and that they're gonna give money to, and that they got to put a budget behind for when that new record is about to drop, and they got to give them an advance, and they got to do this, and they got to put them on the road for tours, and they got to do all that. Because once you sign, do y'all still think y'all still walking out pulling out money? Only the ones that are the execs. None of you artists that are signed are walking around. I challenge any one of y'all to talk that's watching the show. None of you artists that signed walking around pulling out a check. You walk in the studio, you record the record, you walk out. You walk in the studio, you record the record, you walk out. You hit the show, you get your check, you walk out. The logistics you don't care about anymore because you understand there's people being paid to do that. Once you understand that there's people being paid to do that, you don't even watch it. As long as you get it paid, then you give a damn.
Yep.
Anita Baker didn't start caring until her touring money ran out because that's how she was living off tours. And once tours ran out, and she realized, damn, I'm only making $200 off. If Celine Dion stopped touring today, she would have to move in an apartment. Actually, she wouldn't even be able to afford an apartment because she made $290 a year off her streams.
Well, let's talk about how Celine Dion is still making that type of money off of tours. Like
Well,
her fans are hella loyal
and residencies. She got them residencies like
in
crazy,
Vegas.
you
Hmm.
know. And listen, it, do you understand how big that Titanic record is?
I was just thinking it in my head.
And most of the catalog she got back when Whitney Houston died. She got most of her records back. So
Oh,
it's like when you go a ham like that, you think about it like
mhm.
this: these records are touring themselves. I mean, they just do their own work.
I
These records are
wonder if Cher is still making a lot of money off of tours.
well, probably so. You know what I'm saying? Enough to stay alive, enough to stay afloat. Because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, if you're doing enough tours, even if you make 100K, 10K a show, you're still doing
Mhm.
good. 20K a show. If you do 4 shows, then you got 100K. You know, so shoot, you do that 4 shows a month. That's 100K a month for 12 months. So you can still be living good. But a lot of the artists don't even think like that. A lot of the artists don't understand this is a numbers game. And I'm here to tell y'all, like, this is a numbers game. Because imagine if she performs, just think if Celine Dion's credits on that Titanic song are are worth $1,000 played, or let's say it's worth 5,000, $10,000 every time it's played, $50,000 every time it's played. She could
Hold
be
on, wait, slow down. How can a record be worth the worth of a record increases the amount?
yes.
Mm.
The more usage of a record increases the credits of the record, which increases how much it makes per time it's used. I mean, some records some records may take cost $1 million just to clean it, to use it, because it may make twice as much just if you use it, so it's all a numbers game. Did you hear did you hear about your boy T Pizzle?
No, about this track he made about somebody.
Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of diss tracks, since we are still on the diss tracks, but he chose to make a diss track about Jay Z. He says that it's never been released and he's not going to put it out, which I find very interesting, also very smart. I find it interesting that he even said he mentioned that he even has it. Do you believe that there is a diss track with T Pain and
I'm trying to figure out
dissing
why he would diss
Jay
Jay
Z?
Z when they're in two different classes of
Because of the Death of
music.
Autotune record. And he said that he only wrote it because he was feeling suicidal. He wanted to kill
You said
himself.
the death of AutoTune.
Yes, that record that Jay Z wrote, Death of Autotune. But he did say,
Oh.
T Pain said he was feeling suicidal and ready to end it all. And that was the record that he did while he was ready to kill himself.
Now I'm not familiar with that record. What was it basically like? What was the?
Well, first of all, Death of Autotune was a trash record. I don't care what Jay Z fans want to say to me. It was a trash record. It was just trying to be disrespectful to people because Jay Z wasn't making any money off of
Uh huh.
Autotune records. So he wanted to diss it when all his
Okay.
friends was using it. I mean, Lil Wayne, Kanye, and T Pain were the top dogs. But
Okay.
really, what a lot of people don't understand is Jay Z is is the best person you can be dissed by.
You said
Jay
is the worst or the best?
Jay Z is the best person that you can be dissed by. It's a it's a it's a counter effect because Jay Z has no respect, guys. Jay Z not this big rap dog OG that everybody claim him out to be. He's a business OG. That's why he hang with all the white guys. That's why he hang with all the Jews and all the all the rich motherfuckers because he's not in our community. We don't give a damn if Jay Z says don't listen to this guy. I would pay Jay Z to tell everybody don't listen to Success because I know Monday morning after he said Sunday night, I know Monday morning billions of people are going to listen to me because they're going to wonder why this corny Camel said don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm on record telling everybody how I feel about Jay Z. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Z is a businessman, one of the best businessmen ever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as rap goes, he's in the top 10. You know, not in the top 5, top 10. You know, his thing is linked to as great as Kanye is. If Kanye's greatness wasn't that great, then Jay Z's greatness would have never been even an issue. His business moves made him what he was. But we gotta learn, like in this game, it's always how you want to get into each other. A lot of y'all just want to be rappers, but
Now, did you see the verses with?
man, I saw that crap. I, I,
I
let me
didn't get to
let me.
watch it, but
So
I
I
heard
had to
it was
watch
a
the
lot of
recap. I
controversy
had to
going
watch the
on.
recap. I had to watch the recap because obviously I was with you guys when the verses was
Yeah.
going on. We were all partying and having a great time at the show. And I
Hmm.
also missed Dallas, the preseason game. I don't like Dallas, but I love football. So I wanted to see that game, but I missed the verses. But I watched the recap and young, hilarious.
Now, I
I
didn't
realized
get.
something.
Uh,
I realized something. Our people don't like a good show.
yeah.
Our people don't like a good show. Listen, they dogged Gucci because he was up there clowning Jeezy.
Mm-hmm.
They dogged Soldier because he was up there clowning Bow
Bow
Wow.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Now, at some point, we gotta ask ourselves really, this was supposed to be about catalogs, right? I mean, this started off two people doing what we're doing right now, Jezebel, in front of the camera, pressing play.
Yeah.
So it was always about whose music was better. Who did you bump? Who did you listen to? Now I'm not gonna
Um,
lie, the Locks had some records that I was like, oh yeah, I remember that record. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But of course, everybody seen my post when I said, listen, if you are a group and
Mhm.
y'all are playing records that y'all collab with other people, wrote for other people, solo records that y'all did, then
Mhm.
this battle is doesn't matter verse for verse. I mean, because at the end of the day, y'all are a group and y'all don't have enough songs as a group to play group records, 20 group records. Well, we know y'all don't. We know and I've never been a big New York fan of rap. It's only been the New York rap that has been able to make it to the DMV.
Yeah.
So when I think of that, I have to say, all right, Dipset made it to the DMV. The Locks never did. The Locks
Mm.
had an album that I think I remember the Locks having one album. You know,
Yeah, I ain't really get too much into.
I don't recall a movement being made from the Locks. I don't remember people dressing like the Locks. I don't remember people calling themselves Dipset, or I don't remember the neighborhoods calling themselves the Locks. You know, I don't remember these things. Like I don't remember hoods doing these things. I don't remember gangs doing these things. But it
Mm-hmm.
was about catalog, and I still like Dipset's music better than I like the Locks music. But
Mm-hmm.
the interesting part was when Cameron chose to put his Gucci's on Styles. That was the highlight for
Now
me.
I didn't even. What do you mean? That's the part that I wanted to understand. Like, is what do they mean? He put his Gucci's on Styles P. Like, how is that
I
possible?
don't know. I don't I get hip hop and I get they were trying to create a battle rap feel, right? They were trying to
Mm-hmm.
create a battle rap atmosphere, something like the underground raps of hip hop in New York, which was
Mm-hmm.
understandable. But they were doing a lot of touching, they were doing a lot of grabbing, they were doing a lot of space invasion. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff was
Mm-hmm.
going crazy to where it was like, all right, who are they really here to perform their music or just have antics on stage? It seemed like the Locks was really there to perform music. It seemed like Dipset was really there to just show, hey, we still here. We still Dipset. We still got money. We
Mm-hmm.
still party. We still have fun. Dipset has always been the party type, you know, gang, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
surfing shit. So there was a point in the show when Styles P grabbed my man, bent down and grabbed my man Cameron's legs when Cameron was sitting in a lawn chair on stage, which was hilarious. So Cameron to be sitting in the
Mm-hmm.
lawn chair. Styles P grabbing at his pants leg, and Cameron kicks him. And
Like a hard kick or just like a play kick?
nah,
Like, was
like
this play?
like he put his foot on his chest and gave him a second kick to let him know back the fuck up. That was like real live. And then they had this pull Styles P away. I think his name was Sheik or Sheik or whatever the rapper name is. He had to pull um, Styles P away, and they had to let diffuse the situation. Now Styles P and Cameron did get on and clear it up, you know, and they said they were indeed about to fight. They were
Mm.
indeed. That was a very serious moment that they had to get professional for and secure the bag. But Cameron cleared it up why he kicks him. Styles P didn't like it, but Cameron cleared it up as to saying that while Styles P was performing and pulling at his pants leg,
Mm-hmm.
Cameron felt his pants coming down and he didn't want to be pantsed on stage. So the first kick, he said he told him, "You're pulling my pants down," and when Styles P kept pulling, he felt as though Styles P was trying to pants him on stage. And for you guys that don't know what pants is, that is when someone pulls your pants down and expose your underwear, or if you're not wearing underwear, expose your private parts in a public setting. So he didn't want to be pants, so he put his Gucci's on him. So now that is going to be my new saying. He got his Gucci's put on him, and that was a good. That was the most epic verse that I seen in a minute, and I wish that I was able to really see it live, but it was cool. I don't
Now
really like those verses.
they said Jadakiss's streams went up about, I want to say,
Is it that hilarious? It's at 200%.
yeah,
Isn't that hilarious?
yeah.
It's hilarious. Not why not the locks?
I don't know. Jada's kind of nice with that. I don't know.
Now, like, it's crazy because I remember that one song he had with the girl Melissa Ford. That's the only reason I even watched the video because I was a young teen in my adolescent days, and he had Melissa Ford in the video, and I was like, "Hey, I'll watch this video." The video was better on mute for me. Knock yourself out. Oh, you shopping tomorrow? Go ahead, knock yourself out. I was like, all
Uh-huh.
right, cool. But listen, let's just be real. 200% is not a lot in streaming world, guys. That could mean that he
Mhm.
went from having 0 streams to 200 streams.
Yeah.
So we got to stop this. We put these narratives to make people look like they legendary or like they amazing at something. I mean,
Do you
okay,
feel? Do you honestly feel like they should switch the verses up to include younger?
yes, I do.
And
I,
why?
because at the end of the day, I think that they're losing the essence of what it's supposed to be. It's now at the end. Now listen, the thing about it is, I think what they're really doing is verifying what I said when verses first started. Is that a storm? Is that a storm happening? Wow. But what they're really doing is verifying what.
You see me over here, I'm like,
Yeah, that joke sound like it's coming through. But like what they're really doing is verifying what everybody argued me down when I said why they started verses. It was a heat check. It was to see how relevant an artist was. And the reason
mm,
why it won't work with new artists because the demand and the price, right?
mm,
And the thing about it is, the reality of it is, a lot of these artists do a lot of work together nowadays. A lot of them own all of their percentages. So since how that is, there's no reason to see how hot they are. And if someone wants to see them, they're just still coming out. These people, this versus platform was started to see if you're still relevant, how can we do something for you when you get, you know what I'm saying, popping again? And also, in a way, and I don't want to, I hope people understand this, but in a way, it was a way to try to like stop beefing artists to show and bring unity and show that artists that were once beefing have
mm,
pretty much squashed it, and to show the whole world we can squash our beefs. We should squash our differences and learn to work together and get money together. That was the
mm.
reason Versus was started. But all y'all want to say it's about catalog, it's about who's better, it's about no, it's not. Because if it was, it would be open to all artists, you know, all artists. But it's not.
He said
It's
Koi and Deja Loaf. No.
listen. Somebody said we should see a Little Kim and Nicki Minaj. Shout out,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Uh,
think so.
No, no,
Why not?
no. Wait. Let me tell you why that's. Let me tell you why that's crazy, and let me
So
tell you
it
why
should be Nicki and Cardi
that's better.
and Kim and Foxy.
Exactly. And this is an era game. That versus is about era. You know what I'm saying? Half of them artists be on there. I'm live. Am I live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody out there looking at me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand how it works, right? So if you put Little Kim, who don't understand shit about social media, up against Nicki Minaj, oh my God. Every time Nicki raps, it's gonna be barbs everywhere. Every time Kim raps, it's gonna be barbs controlling the damn comment sections. It's gonna be
Yeah.
barbs trolling the songs, and it's not gonna be genuine. And people are gonna, and you know what? Like people don't like cut ups. People don't like those narratives, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, Kim beat her because she was up there acting a fool." You seen all them bobs in the comments being disrespectful. They were saying anything, so Kim won because of that. Be like, wait a minute, Kim won because the bobs was disrespecting her in the comment section. This is this
Yeah.
this this is the, this These are heat checks. You know what I'm saying? And for real, Foxy doesn't need a heat check because no one's asking Foxy to go on tour, right?
Mhm.
No one's checking to see if Foxy's still relevant or even cares. Lil Kim
Mhm.
doing her thing, but no one else from that era. Because listen, they won't put her up against a Missy who was in the '90s and the early
I
2000s.
mean, I think that's too far.
It's too
I mean, it's
it's
either
too
her,
different.
Charlie Baltimore,
That's what it gotta be.
Foxy.
It gotta be. It can't be a Charlie Baltimore because Charlie Baltimore never made it to a status.
Wouldn't Charlie Baltimore versus Foxy, and it should have been Kim
Charlie,
versus Trina.
well, like the thing about it is, that would have been better than having Trina versus
Eve.
I don't know what that was about. I would have rather. I would have rather. I don't know. Like that should have been something else. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But again, like we talking about those are heat checks.
Hmm.
People want to know, can Eve still perform? Should Eve still be getting a check? You know? And then I don't know, whatever her beef. There had to be some beef between Eve and Trina. You know, versus is
that we
about
don't know about.
yeah,
That they,
versus is about fixing beefs. They would
it
have a
should be.
there would be a Pac and Biggie versus if they were still alive.
Well, I didn't know Dipset and the Locks had a beef until
Listen,
I had
listen.
no clue.
I don't care what anybody say. That like any state artist, there's a beef. There's a beef that we don't know about between Shaq Glizzy and Wale. I bet you, right? In the city, when you are battling for relevancy and and eras, at the end of the
Mhm.
day, there ain't no more New York groups. I mean, that's really like really rap groups from New York. So those
Mhm.
the last two. So you talking about almost
Mhm.
15, 20 years since they've been relevant. And it's like that got to be the only thing that people talk about in New York. Shoot, they ain't been a group since the Locks. They ain't been a group since Dipset. And they still in these hoods. Like New York artists don't be like getting big and moving. They move upstate in a bigger New York joint. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They don't leave New York. They stay
Yeah.
there. So they hear the streets talking. They like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait a
True.
minute. He ain't the Locks are not better than me. And they all be seeing each other. They be all seeing each other. They be like, we had the bigger record. No, we had the better time. We had the better fun. We had the bigger tours. You know, it's all fun to them, but egos
Mhm.
kick in. Egos is amazing. But I don't like the verses. I don't like the verses platform for that simple fact that we can't get nothing current in there. You know, we can't get nothing new.
I don't want nothing new. I'm waiting for Anita Baker and Sade
Nope.
versus,
Nope.
you know, or
Anita Baker not gonna do it until she get her masters back.
who else
You
is
should do. Like Anita. Is Sade that old to be with Anita Baker?
a Fantasia and a Jennifer Hudson?
Oh, I would like to see that a battle of the American Idol girls.
Hmm.
But like when we gonna see
Ooh,
some?
that would be nice.
I want to see some white girls. Then I want to see Curry Underwood versus Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I want to see Garth Brooks versus Tim McGraw. I want to see Marshmallow
Okay,
versus
all right.
Diplo.
Now you trolling.
I, no, 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 I want to see
Trolling just like that Arkansas drug dealer talking about some get vaccinated because he got to deal with people on a daily basis. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I agree with him though. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I want to go on tour, and with these new rules, they kind of making it like I was talking to my manager. I'm like, look, we may have to just hold hands and go get the vaccine together and
Mhm.
sing whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we just got to take the jump because if they keep shutting this world down,
Hmm.
what we gonna do? I really wanted to go to New York, and when y'all told me that was in the
Oh,
ground,
that's why you thinking about getting there because you
when they
can't
told
go
me,
there.
and Cali talking about doing it too, and if
Mm.
Florida does it, then where's artists gonna work at? Where we gonna tour?
I don't think Florida. I mean, I think Florida, Texas, and Georgia follow their own rules.
Listen, I need these. I need to expand because I'm torn down in here in Georgia, and I had this guy Willie Green. And Willie Green, if you are watching, I really thought you was like one of the smart ones. But for you to ask me how have I been torn for the last 15 months, as if you're not paying a damn attention to everything that I post, that was really stupid. I mean,
Hold on.
like,
Wait a minute, wait a
like
minute, wait a minute. Hold on. He asked you how you been touring for the past 13 months.
yes. And I'm like, did you not see that I moved to Atlanta for this reason? Because they were open and I could work and
Yeah.
everyone like what the hell do people be paying attention to? Like lean day. You know, since this is
Hmm.
lean day, what do y'all be thinking about when y'all just post things on old book? You can't attack a person, ask a person. You're supposed to be a record exec. Listen, first of all, I already told y'all about the fake labels. I told y'all about these fake labels
No,
popping
you
up.
didn't tell us about fake labels. Hold on. What did you say about them?
Fake labels are popping up like zits.
But what would you consider a fake label?
Well, let's just go
Because
into
a lot of people are just
if
trying to
you.
establish themselves.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You establish yourself with your team. You don't call y'all a label, right?
So
This is this. So let's just put. Let me just be so blunt and direct because we we only got
I'm
an hour left.
confused.
We only got an hour left, so let me just be blunt and direct. You can't call yourself a label if you ain't bringing in no revenue. If your artists that are with you ain't making no money and you're not generating revenue for a network of artists, then you are not a label.
But it
It,
takes time to generate income. So
it
why
takes
can't they consider themselves a
months.
label?
It takes 6 months to a year to generate income, right? And we're talking about residual income. It only takes it only takes the shelf life of getting a project out to start generating income in the real world. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say when you a label, when you a true label, when you say it takes time, you talk about as an artist who's like trying to get with a team, trying to get with a group of people to like roll with them. You know what I'm saying? Because of course you're not gonna get paid as an artist when you're walking into shows by yourself, no matter how lit you are. It No matter how lit you are, you can have a record everywhere in the world. They're not gonna pay you to come in the building by yourself.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And if you want to start getting paid, you need a team. It's why when you see youngins walk into shows, and then it's like a couple of weeks later, everybody in the club love them. Everybody in the club on their line. All the promoters geeking to get them on the show, and y'all thinking like you like I'm better than them. Well, no, it's 5, 10 of them motherfuckers, and it's one of you. So when y'all thinking that promoter thinks or that person that's putting together this event is like, oh, their music is so fire. No, that person is fire. That person brings revenue. So
Mm,
if that person brings revenue, that person makes revenue. So now we talking about an artist that just stays on his grind for 6 months.
okay.
And I'm talking about half a year. A half a year. Half of y'all got that. Half of y'all got that. Y'all spend that time in the studio trying to put together an album. You know what I'm saying? In that time you putting together an album, you got one song. You got one record. One record that you get done. You get on the road with that one record. You start building up your work, your catalog. By the time you done your album, in those few months, you're
Mm,
already starting to receive revenue
yeah.
because you've been working. Because see, the thing about it is, when when you go in to get a regular job, there's a such thing called paperwork that you fill out. There's
Mm,
these W-4 forms. There's these insurance forms. There's this fucking application that you got to fill out after you already filled out an application. There's people that they want to contact in case of emergency. All that stuff
mm,
that y'all sit down and you fill out so that y'all can get paid in 2 weeks. And if you work a job, if you start a job where it's a job in the hole, it's a month.
mm,
So you wait a month and you sitting there that whole month and you going to work every day. You busting your
mm,
chops and you like, I can't wait till I get paid. When I get paid, I'm gonna be the man. Woody, woody, woody.
mm.
Well, what the hell do you think that this is? This is a job.
Yep.
When you say I, me, Johnny Appleseed, want to be an artist, you say I'm going to go fill out my paperwork to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
I start getting paid when payouts happen. And if I
Yep.
have to do a paycheck in the hole, it's okay because I'm going to go to work every day. I'm ready. I'm ready. SpongeBob pants, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then when you get paid, you're gonna be like, oh my God. And now what happens when you get paid? You constantly keep getting paid because you keep going to work. You keep
Yep.
going to work. So when I hear labels, when I hear people that's be like, oh, I'm with a label and we trying to, we trying to, what? You're not with a label. You with a team. You with a group of people.
But if they're as, I just don't feel like
If
shutting them down.
No, it's not shutting them
If
down.
they're aspiring to be a label, why can't
Nah,
they
see,
just call themselves a label?
so like, what's not fair is this: you can call yourself whatever you want, right?
Hmm.
But that don't make you it. I know that we're in a self. I know we're in a self-identified world now, where we
Hmm.
have to respect what people identify as. But at the end of the day, that don't make you it. You feel
So
me?
let me ask you a question. If Joe Blow approached me and was like, "Yo, I got a label or whatever, and I'm looking to sign artists," like, what should I be looking at with Joe Blow to qualify him as a label? Like,
What
what
is Joe Blow? Joe Blow's resume. Joe Blow. If
Joe
Joe Blow
Blow has an artist signed to him?
and Joe Blow's artist is his resume. At the end of the day,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
so like, put anything that Joe Blow does once he says I'm a label is his resume. If if we see Joe Blow, if we see Joe Blow sign his first artist, we see his first artist on tour. We see his first artist now living a dream. We see his
Mhm.
first artist now bringing in revenue. We see Joe Blow bringing in revenue. We see this artist now moving to his home and taking care of his family and dropping successful album and dropping successful videos. And we don't see Joe Blow trying to rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then now we say, oh, Joe Blow real life putting some shit behind his artist.
Okay.
All right. But then now we talk
But
about,
wait. You saying we don't see Joe Blow rapping and shit? What's wrong with the?
listen, like that's a team. If I come to you and if I come to anybody and be like, yo, sign with me, sign with me. Like, yes, I have a label, but I'm an artist. So
Mhm.
they automatically know that, look, I'm going on tour. You signing with me. Eventually you will be big enough to be headlining your own tour. And that'll be great. But right
Mhm.
now you are coming with me. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because I'm still an artist. Now, when I'm ready to sit aside and put aside me being an artist and use my knowledge to make sure that now this person is now walking, moving, living, breathing as an artist, then now
Mhm.
I'm a label exec. I'm an executive who's now making sure my label is good. Because at the end of the day, any label out there that has an artist on it, and I'm not talking about Cash Money, y'all. Don't y'all talk about some Lil Wayne. Don't y'all come
Uh-huh.
talking to me about Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne was as y'all now see, Lil Wayne was done when Cash Money came out. It was all about putting on somebody else, and it was all about, all right, they playing with my money. It's time for me to start making money off other people. It's time for me to start building an empire and bringing in revenue from other sources, which are products. And if y'all people, everyone gets mad at me when I call you artists products. You are no different than this damn Coca-Cola bottle that didn't pay me for this. You are no different than this Mac computer that I'm using. You're no different than this iPad. When you say you're a rapper, you are a product. And if you don't intend on selling yourself, then with all due respect, shut your mouth. You're not a rapper. You're not an artist. You're just a hobbyist who likes doing music. It's this. We got to keep it 1,000. We got to keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people right now running around talking about we a label, join us, and the artists are dropping fucking United Master hyperlinks, and it's like, what the hell? I thought you were signed. You know? Or,
Hold
or,
on.
or
So if you sign, you're not supposed to. You don't need United Masters to.
why would you? If you have a label that's supposed to be taking care of your distribution, then your label is supposed to be your label's distribution that's taking care of your hyperlink. It shouldn't be a United Masses hyperlink. It should be whatever your label is, Joe Blow Records hyperlink. I mean, right? I don't see United. I don't see a. I didn't see a Kanye West album hyperlink say somewhere else. It say Def Jam. It say Def Jam. Def Jam Records. New album Donda, Kanye West.
Hold on, but then that makes me ask another question. So the label has to also be the distributor as well, and how would?
Yes. I mean, let's just be frank here. Can I be frank for a second? Everybody like when
Yeah.
I'm frank. If the label ain't your distributor, then who do you work for? I mean, listen, can I buy a McDonald's burger, take it out of McDonald's, and start selling it on the street and say this is K-Ron's burger? These are six burgers. Come on and get your
No.
six burgers. I mean,
Mm-mm.
everyone would be like, yo, this is a McDonald's burger.
Yeah.
They'd be like this, no, 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 I'm distributing it. I'm distributing no, I'm distributing these McDonald's burgers now. No,
Mm.
no, we get these from McDonald's, bro. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so if I want to sell independent burgers, I can't even make my own burgers on the grill and go get a bunch of McDonald's wrappers and help sell them. I can't go
Hold
get
on, but would
McDonald's.
the label go through United Masters to distribute your
Of
music?
course, listen, like maybe, maybe not. You never know, right? Because what a real distribution from a label is, you pulling up to the city and you seeing your flyers everywhere. So if your flyers are plastered around the city everywhere, do you really need
Mm-hmm.
a hyperlink? If
Yeah.
your videos and your commercials are on every internet outlet, do you really need a
Mm-hmm.
hyperlink? You have a commercial.
Yeah.
You have a press run. Usually
Mm-hmm.
a press run is put together. Like so you don't need a hyperlink. I mean, come on, real artists do not did you see Young Dolph post a hyperlink to his new paper route Illuminati? There was just the cover and a nice press run. Paper route Illuminati coming soon. Y'all better check that shit out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was every radio station playing a new single and talking about it. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's how the record labels do it. That's how the big boys do it. Because they have connections. They have people that they know. I mean, like, listen, listen. A lot of these people are throwing the word label on it because it looks good and it's beautiful. It's a nice little wrapping,
Mm-hmm.
and then these people are buying it, and then they're biting into it, and they're like, "Wait a minute, this tastes nasty." But
Yeah.
the sad part about it is someone sitting over you, and like you got to eat it. Once you sign with any one of these people that you believe in, one of your team members, they're over top of you. Like you got to eat that burger. You got to finish it,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how disgusting it is. No matter if you don't
Mm-hmm.
like pickles, you don't like onions, if you don't like
Mm-hmm.
ketchup, if you don't like mayo, you gotta finish it. You gotta get it down or say, fuck it, I won't eat. I won't eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave this here. It's like my mama used to say to me, you won't get nothing else to eat if you don't finish that. And I'm trying to tell you, only thing that I used to pray at those times is that
Mm-hmm.
mama fall asleep before me. And she never did. She never did. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
all these artists out here, like I see it, like I'm like, oh man, like you a label, like really, you an empire. Congratulations. That doesn't excite me. I want y'all to know something. That does not excite me, and I want y'all artists to I want y'all to understand something. That should not excite you either. Okay, when the label comes up to you and say, "Hey, I'm Joe Blow Records. We were Empire Records. We want to sign
Mm-hmm.
you." Don't run to me talk about I'm signing with Empire. No, you're not.
Mm. What do you mean? If they say they from Empire and you're signed to Empire, then how
So
can you not be signed to Empire?
again, like again, this game is about numbers. So Empire signs Success Records. Empire would sign Success Records and give me a budget to do my bidding. Or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe
Yeah.
not. Usually they don't give you a budget, they just give you a distribution deal, which allows you to tag their name on stuff and they get a percentage on the back end for you being privy to using their name. Right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
what happens is these type of deals are offered to the artists and to the management companies who don't want to give up their publishing, who feel like they super smart and know the business and don't want to give up anything. So these are the type of deals they go for, right? They're like, hey, nah, we want to own everything. Just give us distribution. Every label in the world is going to give you one of those, guys. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're telling me that if you come to Biz Radio and you say, hey, Boss Biz, let us pay you quarterly, couple of thousand, use your name, and you guys don't have to do nothing. Jezebel is gonna look at y'all and say, "All right, just these are the rules."
Mm-hmm.
Don't say this, don't say that, don't say that, or you gotta cover your own self, and the rest is cool. And next thing you know, I'm gonna run around I'm gonna run around town everywhere. Yeah, Boss Biz Radio, guys. I'm a Boss Biz Radio. I'm a Boss Biz Radio. At the end of the day, you don't have to endorse that. You don't have to promote that because you're a service at that point. Because you're still in the business. But let's just be blunt. Like if you really with Empire, where why aren't you moving like everyone with Empire?
Mm.
And so if you do sign a budget that's with Success, they give me a budget to do whatever I want, my own freedom. I go out now and I'm starting to sign artists, which I know now and I have a budget or a backing. So now I can go in and sign artists, do whatever I want. What stops me from either signing them and giving them nothing, or signing them and giving them everything and getting everything on the back end?
Mm.
A lot of artists don't understand how the back end works. A lot of artists don't even understand ledgers. They don't understand the rules of engagement. They don't understand catalogs, percentages, and it's not y'all fault because, like I said, they don't put this stuff online for y'all, and online is the new book. And
Yeah.
y'all don't understand. It's called the internet, not a book.
Mm.
You know, like you got to read a
Yeah.
book. You got to get knowledgeable. You got to get hip because this is a business. You know, like so when I see all these fake labels keep popping up and like talking real smack online and feeding false knowledge to artists, telling artists that they can't tour, that they gotta wait until this to drop and they gotta do this and do that. And I see a lot of artists names, and I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna keep telling y'all when y'all send me y'all album and I see that DK at the bottom, that is very disgusting. That's very disgusting to me. Like honestly, that is more like Jezebel found
I was
out.
trying not to laugh.
Jezebel, you found out like a lot of people. I don't like American cheese at all. I can't eat it. It will make me sick as hell.
I felt so bad. Sorry
No,
again.
it's okay. It's okay. It's just American cheese. Like, and I don't understand what it is about
I
America.
told him no cheese.
But I need out of America, y'all. I need out of America. Like, but I like Swiss, whatever like that, but mozzarella, but no American. But it's like that when I see that DK underneath of y'all albums. I'm like, oh, I just want to throw up
Why?
because that tells me that you're just here for the fun. You're just here for the fun. And
Mm.
honestly, when you here for the fun, because I'm a fun guy, not a fun guy, but a fun guy. When I see you're here for the fun, I'll have fun with you. I'll chill with you. I'll celebrate with you. I'll party with you. But I won't do business with you because you
Mm.
don't know it, and I'll lose money, or I'll gain all the money and I'll lose a friend. You know, and that's where a lot of things happen because you party with these celebrities. A lot of y'all pay these celebrities to go to these shows. You think that it's about to be cool, and y'all lose a friend because y'all know how it works. Y'all need how to make your own money back. I'm pretty sure a lot of artists that performed at that showcase, which was 28 artists, I think it was
29. Oh, yeah. No, 29.
29 artists. I can probably count on my hand how many of them took care of their business after that show. And the saddest part about it is, it probably would be a zero. And that like those are the things now that I look at when I be going to these showcases. I'm like, damn, all these people in here that's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I heard one of the artists say, I gotta go because I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. And that was like he didn't even understand. Like I felt like he was Thor because he hit me with a hammer. That felt like a hammer hitting me across my chest when he said that. I was like,
It's like, what are you doing this for if
you
you
gotta
still got
leave.
to go to work?
You gotta leave and go to work in the morning. Nah, not even that. Cause like I said, I'm no longer. I don't want to knock y'all for getting up and going to work in the morning. Like if you feel like that, if that's what you got to do to take care of your household, by all means, don't lose your house listening to Success. Don't lose your house rolling with Success. I got my house. I got my car. I don't work. I do music. That's my job. I'm an artist and a host and a good one. You know, so I do my job. So it's like cool, but don't lose your house rolling with Success. But try these things because I say to myself, if you're gonna give that job 8 hours, and you're running out of an opportunity to possibly, I don't know how much a person may make a job, but you possibly could have won. And whatever opportunities come from that, even still, I don't know how many people you network with, because it seemed like you just rap and then you just roll because you had to go to work. And I know
Mhm.
most people are not networking with artists before they perform, so stop it because you want to see what they're doing. So stop it. You're not doing it. If you say I meet everybody in the club, stop it. You go to your corner, wait till you perform, and then when you rap and roll, you do yourself a disservice. Especially when you do it, and then you're doing it because you got to go to work in the morning. Well, guess what? The same way that no one's gonna remember your name, you know, when you left the show early and walked out because you had to go to work, no one besides your coworkers at that job is gonna remember who you are. No one walking in that job is gonna say, "Oh, Thomas was great. Let me call Thomas and see if he want to leave that job and come work at my job where he can make more money."
Mhm.
If that's a dream you're looking for, no one's gonna come in your job and say, "Hey, Tom, you look like a rapper. I want to sign you today." Because I think that a lot of y'all think that it's like a magical unicorn. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I do want to say something. Another thing about the show, I did admire like the versatility. Like to me, it didn't sound like everybody did not sound the same.
Because all
Like,
artists don't.
well, home here sometimes, not the shit on our artists at home, but a lot of times the music might sound, a little,
Repetitive.
yeah.
It is
Out
repetitive
there, it
at
was
home.
just such like just different. But I guess because it was people from different areas, everybody
Yep.
wasn't from Jersey. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Because like that's how those to me are the best shows. They create more quality. That's why the DMV shows a lot of people be rolling out fast because it's like, oh, I heard this already. It's the same person
Mhm.
rapping. Wait, am I gonna ever go? Because it's like you keep hearing the
Mhm.
same song, and then they get up there and do the same damn song.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah,
Yeah.
like, but that happens in areas though. Because when I went to the show in Atlanta
Hmm.
Wednesday, everybody that sang the sound the same way.
For real.
Yep. And the thing about it is, when you get in an area, it doesn't matter if you are indie artist and you are in a local area and you're staying local until you travel or expand out of what you think is your style of music that you want to make, then you're going to sound like every artist in that area because you believe that that's the sound that came up from this area. And a lot of artists are only in this for for the competition of it. It's like, oh, I want to be like him. Oh, I can do that. I like
Mm.
that song. I like that song. A lot of artists don't even listen to any other style but the style of music they make. Like for a long time, my sons wasn't listening to anything but that Chicago drill stuff, and they all wanted to be rappers. So then when they would rap, they'd be like, "I'm rolling down, some of them now, one of them now." I'm like, "What are y'all doing? What the hell is that? Meow meow rap."
Uh-huh.
You know, but that was all they was listening to. I have sometimes you get like if you ain't in the room with them, you'll catch them talking about some riding with the stick like they got guns and shit. Ten, 10 years old. You gotta be like, yo, turn that shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta understand, like, music is music is subjective. I used to get mad, like my mom, and then like, nah, y'all can't listen to that. But now I'm like, nah, like I let them listen to it, but I'm like,
Mhm.
don't get it confused as to what's music and what's real life and what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
Because you know, hey, look, hey,
At least you tell them.
I'm a strict dad. My kids know I cut you off.
You don't seem like it. You seem like laid back, cool.
No, like so, like it's. I have this I have a style of discipline. See, my father, he was like the disciplinary that will really like kick our ass, throw you through a wall, beat the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you be scared. Me, I'm the one that moves with mental fear, psychological warfare. I think that my kids believe that I'll kill them, and or and or really put them out, no matter how old they are. They believe that I will cut them off, you know, and
Hmm.
like, and as long as they believe that, and
Hmm.
see, unfortunately, I got shot and my kids seen that, you know.
Mhm.
So when they saw me survive it, it kind of gave them a different like boundary with me. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, a bullet can't stop them. I ain't fucking with them. You know, like that's their mental. You know, like my
Mhm.
10-year-old, he calls me Superman. He's like, nah, Dad, you made a steal. Like, no, no. I'm like, hey, yeah, as long as you think that, then I'm good. Like, so if I
Mhm.
catch it, you know, and then I don't let nobody play. I'm a Taurus. You know, so when that toys come out, the toys come out. When the bullet come out, but psychological warfare is a lot better than
Yeah.
actually getting physical. I think I
Mhm.
probably had to beat all my kids collectively. It's five of them, so I've given out four beatings, one
Oh.
each, one each. Well, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, well, I still don't see you being strict. Like I can't see you be like sit down. Like
Look,
I see
hey,
you sit down over there.
it's like
Like
two. It's like two things that would get me to that level: knocking over my weed or knocking over my food. I'm like, oh, somebody's going. those those are the things that get me really all the time. So look, like the winner of the showcase was
I'm on it from
I'm on it
Baltimore.
from Baltimore. Now
Mhm.
that was interesting. When did we have him coming on the show?
Ah, we gotta set that up.
Yeah, we got my man
Listen,
coming on the show. We got
listen.
we got my guy Spoonie coming
Booney.
on next week, which is
Okay.
amazing. So shout out
Okay.
to everyone that is actually using the Rolling with Success link at the top of the Rolling with Success Instagram to book y'all
Mhm.
interviews. Like that's lit. We're gonna be getting all
Yeah.
y'all in. And shout out to all the
Mhm.
ones that are booking y'all's like months down, like time in advance. Um
Yeah.
also I wanna let y'all know that y'all can send me y'all music. I'll listen
Mhm.
to it. You know what I'm saying? We got a
Mhm.
lot of things popping off here at Boss Biz Radio. Y'all know we're on
Yeah.
Spotify, iTunes
Yep.
now. We got the podcast station now. So Boss Biz Radio making big moves, man. Like, and it's getting real crazy. Getting real
Man.
crazy. So are
Man.
you? When is the next show? Are you planning on doing another show soon or what?
I mean, I have some things in the works. The thing for me is I'm trying to move in a different direction as far as making sure that the artists really truly benefit. Like I like how the artist, each artist was able to get something, studio time or free beat or money or like just something in general. So I'm definitely looking to do something that's
So
more so going to benefit the artist.
and I'm picking. I'm about to put together a tour.
Okay.
I'm picking only 10 artists for this tour.
Mm.
Only 10. Now, what's crazy is we've locked in 4 states and we're in the process of doing picking up a fifth one. We will be in every city for at least 3 days.
Ooh,
So
that's
we
a
got
lot.
we got LA, 3 days in LA, 3 days in Georgia, 3 days in Florida, 3 days up in Jersey, and then we're gonna do some 3 days up in the DMV. We trying to lock in that. Now the 3 days in the DMV
Mm.
is probably easy, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to come out to the DMV if y'all gonna be still up there wilding. So y'all gotta get y'all shit together before y'all gotta get
Yeah,
y'all shit together, cause y'all is lunching
yeah.
right now. Like y'all
Have
lunching
you
right now.
thought about Texas?
Yeah, I actually, you know, so speaking of Texas, I'm actually going to be in Texas real soon. So when I'm down there, guys, I'm gonna be letting everybody down there know. Probably like
Mhm.
within the next month or so, I'll be down in Houston. I'll be letting
Yeah.
everybody know about that. But we got a lot of stuff going on. Like I'm trying to work with a lot of stuff. Like we try to lock in more cities and more
Mhm.
venues. The flyers and stuff, we're gonna get that out. I'm gonna be picking the 10 artists. Now, honestly, how I'm going about picking the 10 artists, I'm only picking headlining artists. Like every artist that's on this show has to be able and knowledgeable of headlining their own show. So I
Mm.
mean, like, no disrespect to a lot of the artists that's doing like showcases and things like that, like I'm going to be working on stuff like that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working with artists who are really like know how to headline a show,
Mm-hmm.
know how to perform. And it's not really about having a crowd, guys, because that's the point of this tour, to build up a crowd for you, to build up promo. We're gonna be taking care of all the Airbnbs, so everybody ain't gonna have to worry about where they stand. We ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
be paying to get you there, because if you serious, you can get there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, get your own plane tickets. And I don't know. We may figure that out. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, like, I really want everybody to understand, like, how these tools work, how bringing in revenue works. A lot of people don't understand partnerships. A lot of artists do not understand merchandise. A lot of
Yeah.
artists do not understand sales and how to get these
Mm-hmm.
things. And like, I want to take 10 artists on the road,
Mm-hmm.
hit these cities and give them some exposure to some of the spots that I've been to, some of the crowds that I have, some of the people that I
Mm-hmm.
know that are looking for good shows, because
Yeah.
this is what it's really about. Like, being in a
Mm-hmm.
position of service. Like, y'all have
Mm-hmm.
to understand, we are products, and rapping for rappers is great, but now you polished, you
Mm-hmm.
work. That's what that is. Like, though, when you rap into the showcases, those are like, all right, do we work? Does this record work? Does this performance work? Does this set work? Does this outfit work? You know? And when you figure out, no, really, for real, guys,
No,
these are
I'm
major
listening
things.
to you, but look at this shit right here.
Um, get them the plane ticket there, and if they bad, leave them. All right, Tone. Hey, you know what, Tony? That's what I'm gonna do. Like, one way tickets. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Nah, but we may actually just get a tour bus. All the artists will be on the tour
Yeah.
bus, and that tour bus will be taking us around. We'll only have to fly back from the final city, which is what we're
Mm-hmm.
determining right now. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, if you could get to the start of the tour and get on the tour bus, then you won't have to worry about anything but, get it back. And of course, like I said, this is a revenue tour. This is called the run up
Mm-hmm.
tour. And with that, we're going to make sure that you running it up, you're getting some revenue. So by the time the tour is over, because the tour is probably going to stretch about 2 months. By the time the tour is
When
over,
does it start?
we're looking at November.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to November, I think we went November, December. Yeah, November and December is the two
Okay.
months that we looking at, and we locking in everything right now. So y'all be
Mm-hmm.
looking out for that, because that's gonna be major. That's gonna be major. That's gonna be a big look. It's gonna be artists from, like, not just DMV, not just Atlanta, not just Florida, like everywhere. We're gonna be trying to link up with artists from everywhere. So, and I got a few artists in mind already. That's what's crazy. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really going. I really only gonna be probably picking like 3 or 4 opening acts. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
we already pretty much got the artists in line that are in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We just waiting to break the news. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting to break the news on that. So, kind of like, y'all be on the lookout for that. Of course, y'all already know I got a new album dropping in less than a month, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to really start teaching y'all how to do a rollout and how to get stuff going. So I really want a lot of people to understand, like, promo tours and run up stuff and press runs is really important. So artists, if y'all ain't trying to, like, get interviews and stuff like that, and y'all ain't trying to, like, meet people and let people know what y'all life is about, then you
Mm-hmm.
really doing yourself a major
The
disservice.
service.
Major disservice. I mean, you,
Yeah.
like, this is like you gotta look at your idols and say, why can't I move like them?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't move like them, then go ahead and get out of the game. It's not money. You know what I'm saying? It's about time and
Yeah.
what you put in. It's about time and what you put in. So a lot of y'all don't even know what BDS is. That's weird. So Jezebel,
Yes,
it's
sir.
this. It's you know what time it is. It is that time for the huffity
Huffington
huff
Post.
puff puffity post. Yup. Let me tell y'all, I got a
I
story.
hope we not on
No,
there.
no,
We
y'all.
not on there, y'all. I hope we not on there.
No, listen.
How was
Okay,
the biscotti? Please
let me
don't
let
put
me
us
let
on
me
there.
let me tell y'all, the biscotti was good. The only problem that I had with the biscotti that I Jezebel said, "Is this 3-5 going last you? You gonna be able to smoke all this before you get on the plane?" I couldn't believe that she asked me that, y'all. Smoke Dog, Triple OG, Big Dog Success was asked, could he finish off a 3-5 in a day? Challenge was accepted.
It was less than 24 hours. Six. It was like literally 16 to 17 hours.
I was done that thing before the show was over.
Oh.
But it was good. It was very good. Like I liked it. It had me in that joint. Like me and Fred was back there. I was so damn drunk. Like after I left the show, I had to have another one. And like by the time I think I saved one for when I woke up right before I got on the plane. You know how that go. But
Uh-huh.
let me get into this Huffington Post, y'all, because I gotta tell y'all, there's something that's happening, and I'm realizing that it's a red flag. So our plugs or our guys that we get our supplies from do things like send out lists and tell us flavors. And I realized that they're putting prices by these lists, and these prices are supposed to tell you the quality of which the bud is. What's really scary to me is when I see these lists, and one is $60, one is 50, and then there's the strand for $35. Which even more scarier is when I call you and you say to me, I have this strand that's a little cheaper if you're interested. That is scary. But none of that.
Why is it scary success?
Well, it's scary when you push off another cheaper strand to me because does no one want it? You can't just give it out its name and let people pick it. No one's picked it. No one's picked it yet. So you're now just throwing it on your clearance sale rack. See, when I walk into Walmart and I see the clearance sale rack, I get excited, right? I get very excited. And then I look on it and I realize it's a bunch of shit no one wants. It's a bunch of crap that no one needs, no one wants. And then usually every once in a while you find a gem in there, but then it's the box is all beat up. It looks used, and you can't take that home because you don't even know if it's all there. You know, so
Yeah.
when I get an advertised strand and it's advertised as cheaper than what I usually get, my horns go up. But it doesn't get more scarier than when I get a call that you only have one strand. Now, guys, that is a shark in the water. That's a dun 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 dun. I mean, my man called me and he says he's always telling me he got like three, four strands at minimum two, right? I always got something to choose from. And I feel like a boss. I feel like a boss, guys. But then one day, I knew it was a while since I hit him. It's been a couple of days. And I knew it had been a while because I kind of like went in between and found someone else in between that time. So I was able to cop something else. And he had some really good stuff and I couldn't pass up. So I didn't need his services. But he came a calling me, which was weird because he doesn't call me. He doesn't call me at all. And he's like, I got this strand for you. I got this strand, bro. And I'm like, whoa, what's it called? And he said Lotto. And he knows that I feel about gelato. So I'm like, okay, he's rushing me down some Lotto. And he's like, I'm about to come and see you. You got to get some of this. I said, okay, well, first give me the prices. Well, I should have known when prices Katie's were $30 a piece. I should have known, guys. But I, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't think. I didn't think. I was just thinking my man is calling me and telling me he got some strands. Well, I'm here to tell y'all, this week's Huffington Post is to give y'all a message. If your man's who's always telling you that he has different strands calls you and he has one, it's the one he couldn't sell. It's the
So don't
one
get it.
that's the huff. And if you can, tell him you already have enough. Tell him you don't need any of that stuff. Tell him you know times is tough, but your times are even rough. Tell him that you should have hollered at you a couple of days ago, because you're straight and you don't need any more because you're already rolling. And do yourself a service and tell them that you heard that here on the Rolling with Success show, here on Boss Biz Radio, that if you told me you have one strand and you're coming down to see me, I should not get it. And that was this week's Huffington Post, guys. And that's just to let
Whoa.
y'all know that if your weed man is doing that, because have you ever had that situation where your tree man just called you and said, "Hey, I got the strand"?
You know what? This dude I met at the gas station not too long ago,
Yeah.
he texted me and he was like, he got some Zaza. What? Let me read the text because it was funny. It was like I didn't know who the fuck it was. I was like, what? It was like a 321 area code. He was like, tonight's flash deal until 12 p.m. 7 grams of Zaza for $50, one per client. I
One
was
per
like
client.
immediately. I was like, Huff. So I was like, oh, okay, who this? And he was like, you met me at the gas station. I was like, oh, okay, so what strand is it? This is what he said. He copied and pasted something off the internet. It says Cherry Pie's parents are Granddaddy Perp and F1 Derb with buds that are dense. And I said, Huff, Huff, Huff. I was like, you could have just put Cherry Pie.
Yeah,
I
you
could
get
Google
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
like
I
you.
was like, I'm not buying that shit.
Hell nah.
Why you hit me and why is the deal so good?
That ain't a good deal. That nigga said you can only get one.
I
He
mean,
don't want you to be stuck with a lot. He already knows. And how does he think that he can sell it like Walmart TVs? You only get one. You can't do that.
I
Listen,
have
like
no clue.
everybody out there, I want y'all to share to me a time. Go to my Facebook and share to me a time that your weed man called you and he only had one strand. And I wanted to see who actually it was a fire ass strand. Don't lie and tell me it was a fire when he called you because he was just looking out for you. Tell me, was he just dumping or was it some gas? All
I
right.
think he was. I wasn't even going.
Hey, look,
Mm-mm.
the good gas dump is amazing. I ain't gonna lie. The good gas
Yeah.
dump is amazing. And when I used to be on that other side of the tracks, I used to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do flash sales. So that's how I know these rules, guys. These rules that I'm giving y'all are the rules that I had to go by when I was on the other side of the tracks. And thank God that I don't have to do that anymore. If you hear my
Mhm.
new single "Runts and Cookies" that'll be dropping soon, I pretty much talk about that. Like I'm glad that I don't have to sell trees anymore. Thank God. But I do still
Yeah.
smoke a lot of it and it be good gas. And if it's good gas, let me know.
Mhm.
If it's bad gas, keep it on the low. Keep it to yourself because we don't want that no more.
Yep.
Jezebel, Jezebel. So what you got coming up, man? What you got coming up?
This Friday I'm going to Bliss, of course, some little me time. We not having Fridays. I'm going to see Key Glock. Saturday I'm going to check out Bello Burns Cookout if it
Oh,
doesn't
you going to
rain.
Bellow Bird Cookout?
Yeah, since I'm in town, I'm trying to give me a piece of chicken and try that hot sauce. So
Yeah.
definitely gonna pull up, show some love. There's something else I'm doing Saturday night, but I don't remember. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, a
Yeah.
full weekend. Fridays we'll be back on the. We have Propane LaFleur on the 22nd, I believe.
Hey, propane.
Yeah, she's coming in town, so she's gonna stop by and smoke and rock with us. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be lit. How about you, Success? Oh, of course,
So
Saturday.
of course, Saturday, y'all make sure y'all tune in on iHeartRadio, Hip Hop 95, because I will be cutting up and talking some more smack and also playing some good music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But of course, everybody know I'm heavy on the press run. For the people that don't know, now I'm gonna start announcing my shows because apparently I have stopped announcing them, guys. I have stopped announcing them, and I'll tell you why I stopped
Why?
announcing them. Because you guys are some shit. You guys are some shit. You make me feel like I wasted my damn breath. You know, like,
Mhm.
honestly, I feel like, why should I tell y'all about my show? You ain't gonna show up any fucking way. There's people
Mhm.
there, already there to see me perform. They know that I'm coming, and I get there and I do
Mhm.
my thing for them that love it. Y'all have plenty of opportunities to see me perform. A lot of the shows I do now are either like private or at venues where people don't even want to pay to get in. Like they feel like $50 to get in the club. I'm like, whatever. I mean, it's private. It's an event night. I do only elite events now. Like, I don't just do any type of thing. Now, honestly, so I am at Two Chains Club this Wednesday, members
Mhm.
only. If y'all want to pop out, if y'all in the Atlanta area, pop out
Mhm.
on me. That is a
Okay.
nice night. It's a good vibe. I got some
Mhm.
other little stuff I'm popping out on. I might be at Monaco Saturday. I don't know. I'm on a nice little heavy press run right now. I've been on a lot of little pop outs at shows. Obviously, I'm down at Ghost Bar Tuesdays. If y'all want to pop
Mm.
out down there, we also got
Yeah.
if y'all want to hit up like Escobar or something like that. That's on
Mhm.
Wednesday. If y'all want to come down there, if y'all in the Atlanta area, you know what I'm saying. Like I
Mhm.
got a nice little itinerary.
Okay.
Um, Now I don't really like this be talking about my shows like that all the time, shit like that. But y'all already know, like if y'all coming down, we are gonna be down was it Live on Friday,
Mhm.
or Life? I don't know how they say it, Life, Life, Live, Life, whatever. We're gonna be
Mhm.
down there. You know what I'm saying? That's Friday. And
Okay.
then Thursday, if there's no football game Thursday, I'm gonna pop back out up at Ghost Bar again for Rock the Mic. So y'all
Mhm.
already know, man. Like, just keep locked, keep it loaded. We're on a press run, a fool getting rich. I hope y'all like that title. That is the title of the new album that's dropping September
A
20.
fool getting
20th. A
rich.
fool getting rich. Yes,
Mhm.
that was only fitting, because when I first started rapping, everyone told me I was a fool. When I quit my job, everyone told me I was a fool. And now I'm just a fool getting rich. And of
Yeah.
course, guess what my two producers' name are on the album? Fool One Eli and Get Richard. So there we go.
Okay.
This is gonna be an excellent project. A lot of pop, a lot of lot of vibes on it. And yeah,
Mhm.
that's about it. And of course, next Monday, y'all
We
be
got.
checking in. We got my man Spoonie. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, Spoonie did not win the showcase, but he won the showcase in my eyes. He won my
Mhm.
heart. And when you win my heart, that's amazing. You know. Um, Listen, if you are in the Jersey area, y'all gotta go holler at Dingbats or Dingoes. You know, both clubs was amazing. I
Yes.
we tried to drag Jezebel around the city all night, and she said, "Hell no." Now I gotta tell y'all one funny story before we go, right? Because I promised to tell y'all this story.
What the hell happened?
I promised to tell y'all this story. Now that hotel was the worst hotel that I ever stayed at in my life,
Did you get a
and
refund?
I definitely got a refund. I got my
Okay.
money back ASAP. Like, the sun didn't even set the next day, Friday, before I got my money back. Hell nah. That shit was crazy. Like, for one, I got to the hotel, could not get in the damn hotel room. The hotel main door was open, but the hotel's lobby was locked. So as I'm trying to get into the lockbox, I promise you, can't make this stuff up. I had to be like standing out there trying to get in, and this guy walks up with all intents to annoy me and put me on edge. And I'm a guy that has PTSD and have attempted robberies in my life. So I was already on edge about to knock this guy out. And I'm like,
Mhm.
damn it. I don't know who to call right now because it ain't no Ghostbusters here. I'm about to have to just knock this shit out and then try to figure out where I'm gonna go because I can't get into this hotel because it's locked. I'm calling the hotel, no one is answering the phone at all. So I finally just had to calm down and pace myself because I
Mhm.
was like in a intense situation because I was already drunk as fuck. I was high as
Mhm.
shit, and then I'm sitting there like, all right, who's this dude like now hovering around me? And I'm already got this drip, like impeccable drip, chains and shit on, out there by myself. This is not a good situation. You know what I'm saying?
We were like, where did he go? Where did he go? He guess he got in.
Yeah, like definitely did not get in, right? And I'm like, okay. So eventually after I calmed myself down and like the guy he sparked up a blunt, so I was like, all right, and while he's smoking this blunt, I can tell where he is at all times now. So now
Mhm.
I'm like peripheral is watching him, making sure he ain't trying to run up behind me, making sure he ain't gonna try to run in the hotel when I get the lock open. Anything can pop off, and I'm thinking everything. So I finally get the
Mhm.
lock open up the door, and I'm like, all right, bet. Go to my hotel room, They give me the code to get in the room. The code does not work. Now it gets to like about to be 2 o'clock in the morning. The alarm goes off because I keep putting in the code, and the alarm goes off on me. So now the whole hotel, everyone's hotels rooms is like I'm breaking into place, right? So now I'm like, what the hell? So I read the text message, and they sent me another text message that told me go to another room, but told me disregard that room because that was someone else's room, right? So I'm like, okay, forget this. I'm not going back outside because now that I finally got in this hotel, I'm not about to go back outside. So then I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, let me try this other room. So I go into this other room. Obviously, this code works, but this room looks like it's used. Looks like someone just got out the bed and went for a run, maybe to the store or something, through the
Uh
shower. Look,
huh.
like they just got out the shower, towels all on the couch, bed all unmade. And I'm like, okay, someone's definitely coming back in here. So I leave out of there and I go back down to the lobby and I'm calling the hotel. And I'm like, look, I need to get into the room. I send them a message. I'm sending them text messages like I'm not able to get in. This
Uh
code to the
huh.
other room works, but this code to the room that y'all told me to go in doesn't work. I don't know what to do. What am I to do? So now it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? I've been in the hallway now in an hour. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead in that room. No one has come back. I'm gonna go in that room. I'm gonna put the lock on. I put the lock on. I go in the room,
Uh
put the lock on, sitting on the couch, waiting for the hotel to text me. The hotel texts me at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we're sorry. We turned our hotel phones off at 6 p.m. Um, can you go down to the other room and see if you can get in? Here's the code. I'm like, okay, I'm trying now. I'm going down to that room. I put in the code. The alarm goes off on me again. Wah, 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 like
oh
crazy. So
no.
now I'm texting the hotel, like, no, the code doesn't work. What do I do? No response. I'm like, hello, you just text me. What's going on? No response. So now I'm like, fuck it. I run back up to the room I was in, lock it up, set my alarm clock for 7 o'clock, wake up at 7, leave the hotel, call my Uber, go straight to the airport, stay at the airport until 11, get on the plane. I send the hotel a message. This is highly unacceptable. Someone needs to call me before the sun goes down. Someone needs to call me ASAP. Well, they didn't even call me. They did the most ghettoest thing in the world. They just put the money back in my account. So here we are, guys. I posted don't stay in black hotels. I will never do it again. People are like, why would you bash a black business like that? Well, because I can.
Oh, so it was a black owned.
Yeah. And for people that say you shouldn't bash black businesses, y'all lunching. Because if it was a nice hotel, I would have gave a nice review. If it was a nice hotel and it was nice, I would have gave a nice review. Instead of looking at the fact that I supported the hotel in the first place to even have that experience, you're bashing me for giving a review on my experience. So
Mm.
for you, to you, I don't give a damn. I paid them my money. They failed. They got bashed, and oh well. And anybody that's thinking about staying at the Shifa Hotel, think twice. Unless you on a curfew that you're going to be in the house by 6 o'clock or in your room by 6 o'clock. Well, I couldn't control that because my plane didn't land until 6:30. I called.
That's fucked up.
I called, paid for my room, got my code and check-in code because I knew the rules were going to be there before 6 p.m. So I made sure that I did everything in the process. They took my money, gave me my codes, my key cards, all that stuff. Everything was there, but nothing worked. So hey, I did. I tried. Oh well. So this was a great week, Jezebel. I guess you won't be doing another level up showcase.
I mean, nah. We really working on this indie grind showcase that we got coming up. We really trying to figure out a way to get these artists paid for performing. So that's really what we've been
Well,
working on. Shout out to Israel because we're definitely working hard on trying to get this together.
listen, let me tell you the best way to get these artists paid off air. So I'm gonna tell you. But
Yeah.
also,
Before
guys,
we go, I want to shout out Uncle Willie's Wings and Newark. New
No,
Jersey.
no, no. They tried to kill.
I mean, outside of them accidentally putting cheese on your burger, the wings were really, really good, and the macaroni and cheese was good.
So I've learned after that, the next time I go out, I'm only getting wings. I'm not getting any burgers. Now, the reason why I asked for the burgers as opposed to the wings is because I'm scared of people's chicken. Like, not everybody can make
Mm.
good chicken. And I don't like sauces and all that stuff sticky. And my drip was too good. And I didn't want all that
Mm.
grease and stuff, right? I asked for a burger. That's why I said no cheese or even white cheese. Because I was like, all right, they'll be cool. They'll sit on their stomach good while I drink. Because I knew I was going to drink. I just didn't think I was gonna
Yeah,
get that drunk. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
but we probably could have waited to see what Dingbats food was like.
Yeah, we could have. But what was it called? Willie's? What Willie?
Uncle Willie's
Uncle
wings.
Willie's. All right, y'all. Uncle Willie's. If you in Jersey, go ahead hit up Uncle Willie's. I did like the fact that it seemed like a hip hop spot.
Hmm.
So yeah, next. So we will talk offline, of course. Y'all
Okay.
already know Jersey. I love you guys. I will be
Yes,
back. I don't know in what form and which ramifications I'll be back. I got a lot of things popping off, a lot of shows popping off, a lot of good stuff
definitely.
popping off. And y'all just stay tuned. Keep it here. Y'all already know each and every Monday. Balls Biz Radio, rolling with success. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button that is down there,
Down
yeah,
below.
yeah, hit those so you get that alert when we are on and those notifications when we are live. And if you don't know, now you know at this time you should be down to those roaches.
Definitely.
About to flick off that ash and getting ready to roll
Definitely.
up another one. Cause I know I am. We out.
Bye, y'all.